Good morning, beautiful souls. Good morning or good night, whichever time it is for you. You guys, I am out here grounding. The universe is really pushing you to ground. If your children have a runny nose or a cold or allergies or, if you're just not feeling good, inflammation, your body aches, come and ground outside, you guys, because it's springtime. All right. This morning when I woke up, excuse me if my nose is a little runny because I am outside and the allergies, how they go. Okay, so I have been getting crazy download accurate. Not only that, I've been getting visitations from crossed over loved ones in my dreams, from niece to my both grandmothers, great grandmothers, to my passed over father, to old friends, old family member friends. I mean, so many. It's like your gifts are being heightened and they're coming in to give you confirmation. Something about these spirits are sleeping in the bed with these karmics and they see their plans, okay? Destiny swap. I've been had 2 dreams here in the past 2 weeks about one pair of black glitter boots and then the other pair was tan boots, okay? The first one, a karmic sister has tried to do a destiny swap. And then the second one, something about you in a zoo. They want to keep you caged, okay? They are, another part of the dream that I had is that they want to put you in a situation to where you have to move back in with them. Because one of the dreams that I had, that I was carrying a cot to go stay with people from the past. Okay, they're trying to take any and everything away, whatever loved ones you have left, doing magic over them to betray you. They also need some type of person, an insider job. I'm hearing baby daddy. I'm hearing like a lover. They need to send in a lover, a neighbor. They just need inside scoop. Also, borrowing things. They need something with your energies attached, okay? They're doing a lot of magic right now. Drink plenty of water. Also, too, another download I got that, a lot of people are waking up and, you got a lot of the good guys. I'm going to get into some, okay? The good guys, like God has got his earth angels in the justice system and they know what's been going on. This is a story for stolen inheritance, will, life insurance policies. This is for so many people, so many divine beings. You got a lot of people that's out there homeless on the street that had things stolen, taken from them. And I keep hearing the big boys are now at play. The big boys are at play now. I'm talking about the one to bring the justice. And on top, and one of the dreams that I had that was about, some of them are getting like psychic, readers to be involved and to help out. You're about to meet your soul tribe. I don't think you understand how big this case is for you. That and I've been speaking, check out the Unknown Prophets channel. I talked about that on my past, to pray for your leaders. Pray for President Trump. You got a lot of people that don't like him, and but President Trump, he don't play. You know what I'm saying? And I'm hearing that, and I've said this a while ago, that he's going to bring in a lot of people's justice. But not only that, pray for your leaders, for their hearts to open, for them to do the right thing. Pray for the nations to heal, the people's hearts open, people to get delivered. And trust me, if things are getting really bad for you, I'm telling you, they want to strip everything away from you. From if you're trying to get a job, they want to go pay people off to not hire you. If you're trying to get an apartment, they're going to go pay people to deny that application, or rent a house. They're going to deny. They want you homeless to where you have to turn back to your past. But a lot of you would sleep on the street before you would go do that, okay? But let me talk. I can't keep hearing the big boys. Also, too, let me go back. A grandmother energy came to my dream, and there's something like a family heirloom that's owed to you, because I saw one of my grandmothers in my dream as she was bringing me these silver cups, okay, and then she brought me a picture frame and it said they're trying to silence you with a tree on it. And what I took from that is that you got the ancestor. You think of a tree, you think of ancestor, you think of universe that is backing you up. Everything's in play. Everything that's manifest in the spiritual world is coming down into the 3D. You gotta be patient, okay? But you're close. You're so close. It's crazy. These people have said you were crazy, said you were strung out on drugs, that you were a prostitute, but the energy does not match. You have people that have been secretly watching you, and the energy does not match. They have watched everything. They have watched what these people have done. They have watched people stalk you. It's going to be shocked, and you're also going to find out certain people are involved who it's like I've said before, if spirit has me repeating stuff, these people are in denial. Some of them know that they're under investigation, but they want to take you down with them, okay? They want to make you sick. They want to take you out. I'm hearing that there's a rat. There's somebody who's going to rat, who's already got a rat in the group, okay? Now, let me get into something. Okay, I've been watching, shows like The Wire. I started off watching The Sopranos, okay? Something about the mafia, cartel, something into that fact, okay? Something about, they've even had, I don't know if it's drug dealers come after you. I'm talking about, you would be shocked. People acting like, I'm hearing your Facebook was hacked, your phone is hacked. One of the things that I picked up that other reader, a very gifted person, that somebody was portraying, acting like you. This was all watched, okay? And I'm getting somewhere. If you have not checked out the show Pain Hustlers on Netflix, it is a really, really good show. And I've been trying to pick up something about, why do Spirit keep talking about wolves and something about a wolf, okay? Also, what I get from that too, you got, your Native American, something about heritage. You used to be a chief, okay? And as I'm saying that, right here by a building, there's the word chief, okay? Right directly across from me, okay? You got even people that isn't a part of your bloodline helping out, okay? Back to the show, Pain Hustlers. The reason why our spirits tell me it's had to take so long, because, okay, if you watch the show Pain Hustler, it's basically about the whole Oxycontin thing, how, they had to sue the company, Purdue, and how they try to blame it on the people that got addicted when they knew the drug was addicted. A lot of people in addiction got the same story. They went to the doctor, and they got hooked up on them. And apparently when they did their investigation, somebody made a call to the White House and basically got them out of it, reached a settlement and had it as a misdemeanor label. The label was written wrong or whatever, okay? But one of the scenes where they were, trying to go after these people, you got, I guess they were agents or whatever, FBI agents, and they started howling like wolves, okay? Well, you think these people got away with it, but in the end, okay, they bring back a woman that tried to take them down, and she was like, this is a waste of time, because when they called the White House, they basically got a phone call to get out of it, okay? Calling somebody, higher up or whatever. Okay, this is where it comes to play. I'm hearing the big boys are now at play. Okay, the big boys. This is where it falls underneath Trump. Okay, Trump is chosen for a big assignment. Okay, you got the good guys now intervening, because a lot of you, you may have lived in survival mode. You may had to do what you had to do, but you do the best you can. Okay, they've seen you cut off people. They seen you, you got rid of your addictions, or they watch you, and you literally are love and light. You're human. You get upset and frustrated, but they see how much further you have come, that you were nowhere around these people, that you cut everybody off. Like, this has been going on so long. Apparently they're thinking, well, shit, like, you're bait. Let's see how much more people, because they had to make it stick. They had to make it stick. And what's so crazy is, when I was watching the show, when she was going where the woman was like, I don't want to go down this road because, last time they made a phone call and they got him out of trouble. And then the woman says, well, you don't know what we have now. Like, literally, they end up winning or whatever, but that they had the big boys at play. They had so much evidence piled up. So much. These people watched you suffer. These people watched you go without. They took and made everybody turn against you. Everybody. They're doing magic to make people, be like, ew, overeating spells. Also, too, Spirit said to make, your teeth fall out. They're trying to make you just look. But your energy, there's something about your energy. Have you ever seen somebody who maybe wasn't so attractive, but there's something about their energy made them attractive? Which I'm not saying, beautiful soul, you are beautiful, okay? But I'm just saying about, somebody's energy, okay? And I just seen 911. And on this building that I saw in the show, the Netflix series, it had the date of my birthday on it. Okay, Spirit is giving you confirmation. Okay, now they done ran out. They can't send in a lover because your energy. They can't seem to break you. Okay, they wanted to keep you stuck. They wanted to keep you hidden. They see nothing's working. So they're like, okay, so whoever they have left, let's just remove, let's make them, homeless. Let's make them, okay, you can't get a job because they're, but you had to be bait. Okay, this is not the time to lose faith. I heard something that you passed all the tests. There's one last test, okay, that happened to really put you in fear. But trust and believe that God is going to come through for you. You have higher up people that know, okay, they know what's going on. And I'm telling you, something about helicopters. You are being monitored, okay? And I'm hearing somebody thinking right now, she just says whatever. But I'm telling you, these people is going to get an awakening like no other. Because touch not my anointed, do my prophets no harm. And even when these people did all these things to you, you still prayed for a deliverance for them. You hear that in the background. I'm hearing, caution, caution, caution. But I'm telling you, there is a big investigation going on right now. It is so much bigger than what you think. It is more than one person's story, more than two person's story. So many people. You got people that are out there homeless that shouldn't be homeless. But God will put you through things to humble you. Do you understand? You have to be humbled, because you take somebody who's had a silver spoon in their mouth their whole life, they're not going to be so much humble than somebody who's went it through all, because you are attached to, when you get blessed, that God is going to send you in to help somebody. Because God knows you're not going to take all this blessing and you're not going to sit on it. But God wants to remove everybody who was going to take advantage of you. Not that people ain't still going to come in, but you're going to be more well aware. Your gifts have been heightened. Do not have no fear. They're doing magic to make you scared. I'm talking everything. Something about you got soulmates coming in together. You got Jezebel spirits who, they're used to using their bodies. They can't use their body anymore. You got divine masculines waking up, not falling for that. Because you remember when you sleep with somebody, okay, and who's unhealed, you're bringing on all their karma, every bit of it. One of the stories I was telling my daughter the other day, I was talking about, man, I feel bad for, the girl. I don't know if you've heard the girl who slept with 100 men in one day, and she's trying to go for 1,000. I was telling my daughter, like, do you know how many cords, what she's carrying from all those other men, how many attachments? You really got to use your discernment, okay? I promise you, God is going to send you love and blessings, okay? Because you deserve it. It's yours. People literally want to say you don't deserve it, but it's yours. It's yours, okay? Listen to what Spirit's telling you. Yes, you are getting visited when you go to sleep tonight by passed over loved ones, and they're angry. They're pissed. They're so pissed. They're haunting these people. You got to stay in your faith, though, okay? Because I keep hearing the big boys are in town. The big boys are in town, okay? Make sure you ground. Don't stop your prayers either, okay? Do not stop, okay? They want you to stop your praying too, okay? Teach your children to pray. One of the things that I got on a prophet that I've been doing here the past week was I've been placing my hands and saying, Father, I use my anointing hands on my door with the healing blood of Jesus Christ. Do it on all your walls. Place your hands on all your walls, on your door, on your mattress, on your pets, on your children, on your grandchildren, because you are anointed. Okay, you don't understand, and that's why a lot of people want to come around you so they can avoid that karma. But it's past that. Spirit said it's past that. It's past that. You can't do that no more. But there is still somebody in the group. There is somebody who in the group. Okay? There's somebody in the group, still in the group. But you're well aware. You're well aware. You know when to play dumb. You're really smart. Okay? You're really, really smart. And Spirit is showing, I literally tell you my dream, I saw the practitioner, I see all the people involved. Spirit showing you all your enemies, everybody who's involved. You got neighbors, I'm hearing maintenance men, you got so many people involved. It runs deep. But I'm also hearing you got good cops. Good cops too. But you got some bad cops who are turning leafed over to a good cop. You're helping heal these people. These people want your help now. They want your help. You got a lot of people in heavy regret. That's another movie that Spirit led me to watch, was 99 Homes. A guy who got evicted, and he ended up working for the guy who evicted him out, and he's seeing what goes on about how they're frauding people, and the weight of just doing the wrong thing got to him, where they try to set a guy up who had a case, and they try to say that he didn't put his a file in before a court case, but he did, and the weight was so heavy on him that he ratted, and he ended up getting in trouble, but he couldn't handle it because God is putting that energy on them. You did not deserve this, but it had to go this way. Okay? Don't let things think that you think, well, you haven't come a long way. Just go back and reflect. Look how far you come. Yeah, you may still be in the same certain situation, but I'm talking from a mental status. I'm talking from the heart of the matter, because it's the heart of the matter, baby. It is. Your heart is so precious. I hear giggling from a child. That's how precious you are. Please know your worth. And if you are lost and you are a karmic out there, it's okay. You can heal too. A karmic can turn divine. Let go. You could get on this journey too. It's all love here. Ask God to deliver you. You too can change, okay? You too. Because you don't want to go down the devil's path. I'm telling you. Because you got to remember this. The devil, when you want something, the devil, he will take away. Like when you sign up, say you want to be a celebrity and famous or whatever, the devil, you're putting everybody up for a sacrifice. You literally are. You're putting everybody that you love up for a sacrifice. And the devil always takes away somebody you love. When God heals you and God gives you a blessing, he will remove all your enemies. He will. He'll remove all your enemies. So just remember that. If you want to go down the devil's path, then you love certain people and you're literally sacrificing those people. What is it worth? You could have all the money in the world, but you could be miserable. It's not money that makes you happy. Money doesn't bring you happiness. You know, money is not the root of all evil either. You know, it's people that could be evil. There's a lot of good people out there who's got a lot of money, and they help others. You know, you're a good person, and to the karmics, you can be on this healing journey too. You got to take accountability. You know, ask for forgiveness, because being in this club with God, we don't want to leave nobody out. You know, when you're in the club with the devil, you got people that look at you. If you ain't got so much money, you don't belong in that group. You know, so the door's always open. You know, come as you are. So, but anyway, that's all I got to talk about. Thank you guys so much for listening, and keep on ascending and stay in your prayers, say your prayers, and I love you, and 333, all carrying you along. I'm out.